what I'm saying? I'm like, for Joe Budden, how are you? He said, I need to get help or something like that. I need to heal. How I need to heal, but you butt naked ringing people doorbells? Bro, can you imagine if they said Oschino was out here ringing people doorbells naked? I'm done. I'm grounded dust. I'm everything above, right? Imagine what Joe Budden would have said about me if he heard I was butt naked ringing people doorbells. He's like, what? Oh, he needs to heal. He what did he do? You know what I mean? So it'd be funny when I hear him talk about me. I'm like, bro, you have no legs to stand on, bro. Listen, I don't know no nigga that was butt naked ever outside. No nigga I know personally was outside naked. Nobody. That's not some normal shit. That's some shit where though, like you got fighting demons or something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pray for him. Joe Budden, I'm gonna pray for you.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Second Take. We talk about that beef that nobody saw coming. It started as a Jay-Z diss record after the Roots Picnic diss. Now it turned into a full-blown war between Joe Budden and Oschino. And if you've been paying attention, things escalated fast. Joe Budden told O to heal.
My advice to you was to heal. That's when I was being cool and friendly. I didn't think it would be no beef in telling a nigga to heal because all this whole is coming off away. I don't have no Rock Nation ties.
Oschino fired back and questioned Joe's credibility. Then Joe completely took the gloves off. Now we're talking about personal insults, old controversies, career shots, and the possibility that this thing is just getting started. Let's break down how we got here. The origin of the entire situation goes back to Jay-Z's appearance at the Roots Picnic.
And Chatty Patty down on his luck again.
During his performance, Jay took shots that many interpreted as being directed towards former Rockefeller associates and his critics. One of the people who felt compelled to respond, of course, is Oschino. You see him all over media. He doing interviews on Camp Capone. He on every platform. Art of Dialogue, wherever you look, Oschino is there. So O released that diss record aimed at Jay. He used a beat associated with that Drake Iceman project. But like everybody else in hip hop media, Joe weighed in. And Joe wasn't impressed. His criticism wasn't simply about the quality of the record. His bigger issue was that Oschino appeared to still be fighting a battle that dates back more than 2 decades. Joe argued that the Jay-Z situation seemed unresolved and suggested that Oschino should move on and heal from it. That's the comment that would change everything.
Oschino, I let it ride once. You little tiny Beetlejuice head. I let it ride twice. You goober head. I'm asking you now, how many more times you want me to let this go? That's all I'm saying. I ain't got no beef with Oschino. I don't know him. I only never really thought about him. But he keep talking about what I like to do when I sleepwalk. So I'm just saying, how long am I supposed to let this linger before I address this? I just seen you performing in a nail salon.
Was it good?
I told you to know. No, it wasn't. And he had 4 hype men in the nail salon. You was just performing your greatest hit at a f***ing car wash. My advice to you was to heal. That's when I was being cool and friendly. I didn't think it would be no beef in telling a nigga to heal because all this whole is coming off away. I don't have no Rock Nation ties. That angle is not going to work with me. But I just seen you performing in like a bookstore or something with 2 people in there. Leave me alone before I go on Spotify and type your name in. Not your group. You. Because I know you done snuck out something that you thought was a slap. And I'll go find it. Let's leave this be. Because I got nothing but time on my hands. And especially in 11 days. I'm going to be looking for a way to get some anger. I'm going to be looking for a to just shoot at for absolutely no reason. So let's let bygones be bygones, you tiny head. And then we'll be cool. You know what I mean? That's all I got for him. I'm sure that's your friend, Mark. I don't care.
Shout out to Oschino.
Fuck that nigga. Fuck Oschino. Now what? What's gonna happen next?
Pick a side.
Yeah. Anyway.
He ain't got no beef with you.
And I ain't got no beef with him. I ain't got no beef with him.
Yo, I don't like, you know what I
It just
don't
ain't
like
gonna be a whole bunch of sleepwalking jokes until I start responding to that's easy to respond. You mad respondable to.
Can I just also say,
Go ahead.
You who be having problems with Joe, stop throwing us into the loop of saying be following what he be thinking and all that dick rider shit. I got an independent thought. So stop looping everybody into the his thought process. Ain't nobody up here yes men or followers. I get sick of leaning into that too. Alright, your ass. Fuck all that.
I ain't talking about you.
Leave me out of that.
What are you talking about? I'm saying at any given moment, you know what I mean? People
I don't know.
Sometimes
I don't you mean. You tell me you mean.
at any given moment, we'll jump on the bandwagon. Or we'll all be real silent.
Or we all agree about
But
some
when
shit.
I ever had a problem with y'all being
And that's it.
Nothing wrong with silence. Ain't nothing wrong with silence.
Cause I agree with it. His dick right nigga. Fuck you. I don't like all that shit.
You got 20-second verses on Oschino songs. Like you ain't even performing for a long time at that car wash. The DJ cutting that shit off in 15 seconds. Leave me alone before I go find it. I'm telling you, I got nothing better to do. I'm telling you that now. Sorry, I'm done with Oschino. And nobody else said that but me. Me.
Yeah, honing on him, man. Leave out of that bullshit.
Now let's be fair. Joe wasn't necessarily saying Oschino was wrong. In fact, during the discussion, Joe acknowledged that Oschino could very well be justified in how he feels. His argument was that continuing to revisit the same grievance after more than 20 years was starting to look a little obsessive. But here's the problem. When you tell somebody who's been publicly explaining their side of the story for years that they need to heal, you're essentially dismissing their whole perspective. And O took it personally. From his point of view, if Jay-Z was still making references and taking shots all these years later, why is he the only person being told to move on? O does what he does. So he jumps on a platform, he starts responding directly to Joe, and one of Oschino's main arguments was that people in the industry are afraid to criticize Jay-Z. He suggested that certain media personalities avoid being too harsh because of Jay's influence in relationships. Then he took things a step further. He brought up one of the infamous moments in Joe Budden's history, the sleepwalking incident, that became a major internet topic a couple years ago. And according to O, Joe wasn't in a position to tell anybody to heal because Joe himself has had public struggles.
How I need to heal but you butt naked ringing people doorbells? Bro, can you imagine if they said Oschino was out here ringing people doorbells naked? I'm done. I'm ground to dust.
During a recent episode of the Joe Budden podcast, Joe made it clear that he was tired of hearing his name mentioned, and he didn't hold back. He mocked Oschino's appearance, he mocked his career, he mocked his performances. He even joked about Oschino allegedly performing at small venues, nail salons, bookstores, and car wash. Joe essentially said, I tried to be respectful, I tried to keep it cool. But if you keep talking about me, eventually I'm going to respond. And unlike previous comments, this wasn't constructive criticism. This was a direct shot. Joe made it clear he was no longer interested in giving advice. Now it was personal. What makes this situation interesting is the imbalance in platform size. Joe, one of the biggest in hip-hop media now, millions of views, massive audience, corporate sponsorships, and he has a consistent media presence. Oschino, more like the underground though. He don't got the same reach, but he does have something else. Time on his hands. And you know when he put you in the toaster, he gonna start cooking. He got a lot of relationships that he built over the years. He got a reputation for speaking his mind, as we know. If Joe think he has time to engage in a back and forth, Oschino may have even more time to dedicate to it. And he gonna run them views up and he gonna get a bag off it. That's what makes this so unpredictable though. The biggest mistake people make in hip hop is underestimating who they dealing with. And Oschino been around for decades. Definitely connected. We know he outspoken and he's showing he willing to discuss the uncomfortable topics publicly. Ironically, Joe may now be doing the exact thing he once warned others about. And that's why this is real interesting. Because what started as a reaction to the Jay-Z diss, now it's involved into like a full-fledged beef. Media beef, of course. We'll keep y'all posted with the goings on. We know Oschino ain't gonna stop. So it's gonna have to be Joe that comes on and says, I'm not dedicating no more time to this. It's not worth my time. Because Oschino, he ain't got nothing but time and a toaster and a camera, and he gonna keep cooking. So let me know what y'all think, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Till next time, it's your boy. We out.